Not bad for no plan or no ambition of wanting to do this. Finished college, I take a year off. I'm working at a landscape company. I'm basically a glorified secretary as the commercial accounts manager. I hated it towards the end, but I was lucky to have a job. So I started looking, and I ended up seeking a job at the local one of the local gun stores, and I got hired to cast bullets. And within a month, I was managing the place more or less. Like, why aren't we selling these things, and why aren't we doing that? And so I worked there while I was going through law school. I went as a night student, and when I get to my last year, I go, I kind of need an internship. Don't want to do. My dad and uncle were lawyers. They had a general practice. Knew I didn't want to do that. Knew I didn't want to be a litigator. Basically, like, all these things I knew I didn't want to do. And I went to law school because I didn't really have a plan in life. So I figured I could put off being an adult for a little longer and accrue a lot of debt in the process. I'm not sure I'd recommend it, but it's worked out for me, oddly enough. But I was also active on a Pennsylvania gun forum, and I kept seeing this one lawyer's name repeatedly mentioned. So I looked him up. He was about an hour away, and I sent an email saying, "Hey, I'm going into my last year. I need a internship. Do you have anything to offer? And I'm interested in in guns." So I was able to finagle my way into an internship, and that's where I ended up working for 5 years, 4 years, 5 years after I graduated and passed the bar exam. And the firm was built on Social Security, disability, and work comp. But my boss, Josh Prince, had carved out a niche area in the firearms law, doing stuff here in Pennsylvania. And his dad apparently told him the same thing my dad told me. Like, that's nice, you can do that for fun, but like, you're gonna need to do something else to earn a living. And so I worked there, and during that time, litigated, which is something I never wanted to do, but we litigated challenges against ATF and the federal government for FFL revocations and Second Amendment as applied. Did a lot of gun trusts, advising people on whether they were prohibited, things like that, and ended up in 2019 moving over to the nonprofit world, where I'd worked as outside counsel. And we had filed the first bump stock case on behalf of this other organization. From there, it kind of kept opening doors. I stayed there for 3 years, started as the director of legal strategy, left as the VP of programs. And when I left, I made 4 or 5 phone calls, and it was just, "Hey, it's been nice working with you. I'm no longer at my job." And I went away backpacking. And while I was gone, Alan called me, texted me, and emailed me, the founder of the Second Amendment Foundation, and came back, and we started talking, and I ended up here as the executive director. So not bad for no plan or no ambition of wanting to do this.